Hello, and welcome to Songs of Syx. This game is awesome. I did a little playthrough off camera, and I really like this game. I don't know how much endgame content it has, but as far as building a city, it's awesome. This game is on Steam. It's about 25 big ones. If you want to try it out, there's also a demo. This game is basically a mix of RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress in the very best ways. It's very well optimized. I think it's made mainly by one guy, which is pretty cool actually. I love indie games. And yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Right, so when you jump in a game, you get a bunch of settings. We're just gonna go with defaults. Then you get to select your species. This is kind of important, but you can have all 6 species living in your empire. And more actually, there's a couple more of them. Anyways, the Bretonians are like big people, kinda. They're excellent farmers. They're easy to control. And they worship inexpensive crater temples. They're kind of bad at crafting, not very good at fighting morale, well, at keeping morale while fighting. And they like food very much. Which is, you know, them being big people. Kinda. Then there's the Dondorians. They're apparently created by the gods. They're basically dwarves. They're very good craftsmen, good miners, pretty hardy in combat. As we all know, the famous dwarven fighters, resilient and strong. They're lawful and mentally stable. I guess pretty cool. They're difficult to please. They hate Tilapi and Gertimi, which are basically ants and elves. They're bad food producers, and they want to live in mountains because they're dwarves. Dwarves love mountains, right? Of course, then there's the Gertimis. They're fast breeders, have low demands. They have pierce damage in combat. Pretty good miners. They can wrench Baltic crawlers, which I think give meat and silk, perhaps, or something like that. And they are fast movers. They have weak morale, pretty limited skills, and they're terrible at knowledge. So they're basically just Zerg species. Then there's humans. They're very good scientists. You know, the smart human wizards and witches and whatnot. Then there's farmers. Well, they are good farmers. They have a good learning rate. They're pretty medium in combat. I guess they do tend to cause like riots and they're pretty criminal. They have limited natural skills and they're difficult to please. As we all know, humans tend to be difficult at times. Then of course there's the amoebias, basically Naga fish people. They're actually pretty cool. Kind of thinking to play them, but maybe not this playthrough. Maybe the next one. Or maybe we'll just have like a little village of amoebias like doing farming, or I don't know. Oh, they're actually poor farmers. Huh. Maybe we won't have them. They're hardy fighters though. Maybe we will have a couple of them. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not. Well, they have low appetite. They're pretty good all around. They're hardy fighters. Religiously flexible. I'm not even sure what that means. Poor farmers, slow breeders. They dislike other species and must live close to water. Well, sweet water. It's called sweet water in this game. Then there's the Tilapis. I think they're my favorite actually because... well, they're my favorite so far. I kinda like started out with them in my other playthrough, which you already saw a glimpse of it. So they're excellent woodcutters, they're excellent herders, and excellent at range combat. Which I haven't actually experienced yet because that's a little further step in the game and I haven't quite gotten to there yet. They can be violent and they dislike other species as well, so maybe having other species in our village might not work so well. We'll see. Then you can choose your map type. The map is not gonna be like exactly like that if you choose this type. It basically just takes this as a template and then applies a random seed to it and the latitude adjustments if you make any, and then just makes a map from that. There's a couple to choose from, a couple templates. Kinda like this one. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, you can also just set it as random. And I believe that just makes a completely random map with your seed. That's the seed if anyone's interested. Okay, and then you get thrown into this world view, which generates a world out of the template you chosen, or in this case, no template. Okay, so I think I found a pretty cool little spot, which would be right here. I think this spot. But we will be isolated in this spot, so to avoid having some issues there, I will just add a little clay, a little stone, maybe some ore. I think we can do ore, and then if we need gems, like later on in the game, we will just be trading for them, because we will be the mighty elves supplying the world with something, perhaps furniture, and then we will just buy the rest of the things that we need, hopefully. So don't necessarily have to like place a couple materials in like a spot that you like, but I'm just doing that so that we have like a little bit more of clay, ore and stone, because you will have some resources that, for example, like if you choose a pretty empty spot like this, you will still have some resources to like get you started and set up, but it might just be like quite a bit harder. So because this area is isolated, I just chose some materials in here so we can just live off this, like, I don't know, this clay and stone. I think it should be fine, more or less. Now let's just hope we don't get like the worst neighbors. Okay, we have some Dondorians. Some humans. More humans. More humans. Dondorians. We do have some elves. Which is good, but they're not like really in range of us. We have these 350 Dondorians that we'll basically have to destroy in order to get some more trading options, I think. Because I'm not 100% sure, but I think like if you hover over your neighbors, these little arrows that appear, I think they indicate where they can trade. Like they can trade here with water, through water, here for land as well. Interesting. Okay, so this will be our mighty capital spot. Yeah, I think we can begin with this. Here we are. We are in this plot of land. Oh, I kind of like this river. And I really like that we're like isolated as hell. I think people can only come through this side where the road is. I believe. They might be able to come through like the down bit, maybe. But I think it should be easy to fortify this area, at least from this side. And then of course we have some mountains here with deposits, some stones and ore. Cool, cool. Have some gatherables. Some clay. Okay, I actually like this area. I think we should set up like at the end of this river here. Probably. There's a lot of open space for building here, which is very good. Maybe we could even set up like right at the river here. Nah, you know what? Let's not actually set up right next to the river. Let's do it like up here. I really like this like open area. Kind of at the end of the road here. Pretty good spot, I think. Or actually just here. Let's just do it right here. Okay, so we start out with 10 plebs. That's what they're called in this game. Your little dudes and dudettes. And you got a lot of menus to choose from. Let's make them a kinda... oh, funky. Never used this tool before. Maybe let's not play around with that too much right now. Just do some square roads for them. It's like a nice area like this. Let's make some roads like that. Let's actually unpause so they can just get to doing the stuff. We'll need a bunch of trees actually, so while I'm planning, I can just do some chopping down these little trees here. Maybe we should clear out some trees around the rivers. I'm gonna get a couple orchards set up very quickly. Okay, let's plant some little houses for them. Do I want to cram them in? Kinda. We do have a lot of space here, but I think they can be like kinda crammed in. Let's build him some cells, prison architect style. Nice. I think that's actually 50. That's quite a bit too much. Let's remove a couple of them. It's gonna take a while for them to build all these little houses. Do I like them being that crammed in? It's kinda... it looks kinda too crammed in. If I give them a little bit of space. This. I think that looks a bit more cool. Where's the roads? That looks kinda neat, doesn't it? Kinda. Okay. There's the roads. Let's make some more roads. Actually, do I have a... I think it's in here. Yeah, I do have the shrines. Oh, whoops. I think the size is pretty fine. And shrine to crater as well. Give them a little road in between. Actually, let's not give them a road in between. Okay, that's fine. I think we can pretty soon start with a pasture. Actually not, let's just give them some time to build off and gather some wood, do these little tasks that I set up for them. Oh, and just now I noticed the houses are of wrong material. Okay, they're doing the dismantling. Select the correct houses now. Let's do wooden walls. Because our Tilapi people really like wooden walls. That should be better. We'll need a carpenter as well. Let's see, how do I want to plan this out? Let's have like a start to a main road, I think here-ish. Okay, so this is one thing I learned actually. If you make rooms a little too big, they're gonna have these yellow tiles inside of them. You kind of want to avoid that. Means the roofing is like a little too difficult for them to construct, and then the whole room is gonna have, or like the whole building is gonna have more maintenance cost. And you know, you don't want that in the long run. So I just shrunk the room by one tile. Now it's all good. Then you can add a little entrance. Add a little storage area. It's the internal storage for the carpentry building. And then you can add a bunch of benches. Let's shrink the room by one. It's nice. And then we can have a couple auxiliary stations to increase the efficiency of the room. How much can we stack them? This? Need like one more, which is gonna make the room not symmetric. Actually, what if I do like this and like this? It's pretty cool. And that's gonna be a one expensive carpentry room. I think that's fine. And we'll need a warehouse, of course. Our warehouse can be kinda close to the farms. each should be a little bit like this. One shorter. Okay, two shorter. Okay. Like this. And then there's a bun. Oh, whoops. What? Oh, they're the wrong way. It's like this. Nice. Actually, let's leave them a couple walk spots. Let's make this one smaller. Oh, I did it again. Like that, and then like that. Then a couple doorways. And I think that should be fine. Add a little road so they can reach. Gonna have to extend this road as well. It's nice. Actually still building these houses. Oh, they finished one of the houses. Roberta Sheldon Dante. The first plebeian that moved into this house. Wait. Can I see who she is? Or where she is, rather? Nope. Oh, I just found her. Nice. Oh, they need a well, actually. Totally forgot to do that. Let's give them a well. Before they start complaining. Having no water. Let's give them a nice big well here. Actually, while I'm at it, where's the button for decorations? There's like a button to make trees and stuff. Yeah. I always fail to plan in some of these locations. Let's not put trees right now. Let's put them a bit later. When I'm a bit more sure of where things are gonna go and where they are not gonna go. Have our two shrines. Can I make them like focus on the well? They don't really seem to be too much bothered about not having a well. Which is fine. Fine by me. Not gonna argue that much. Let's give our little dudes a moment to do their jobs. I think we're somewhat running out of wood, actually. Come on, just cut some wood. Actually, looking at this area, there's not that many like dense forests. I guess they need a little bit of time to grow out. They should get a little bit more dense. Let's make a couple pastures like this side, I think. Nice. We'll start off with one. Because we don't really have people for more pastures right now. But we will be able to build another pasture like around here, I think. It's like on the edge of this fertile area. And I think pretty soon we should get some immigrants. Whoops. Hopefully. Well, we need to raise the happiness a little bit to actually start getting immigrants. Currently our people don't even have a well because they're getting on doing all the wrong jobs. Let's pause those jobs so they can get on building this well. They can't even build the benches because they need actual furniture. Okay, guess we'll wait for a carpenter then. Oh, actually, they might not be building that because I don't have stone. Clear some rocks. There's a couple like small rocks around here. And that should be more than enough for our stone needs. Let's speed the game up a little bit so they actually get on building the well. Here we go. Nice. The well is complete. The well number 1 of our humble city And with that, I think I'll leave you for today. So this has been the first episode to our Pleb to Emperor series. If you like this game, do check out the next episode, because I will be continuing this village, and perhaps with some luck we will even become an emperor. Who knows? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.